Now in its 10th year, this is Gabnet. Talk like you've never heard it before.
Hey, everybody. Live from Harlem in New York City. It's me. It's Alex. Yep, this is the Ramble. Hey, Lori Thompson once again. Boy, it must be Wednesday. It must be Lori.
That's right.
Yeah.
If Tuesday, it must be Belgium.
We
But
usually
Wednesday-
run you on Wednesday. And then we
that's
mix a
good.
bunch of people up on Thursday, and then Friday we got Bubbles,
Oh, okay.
who
yeah.
still doesn't have a high-speed internet.
He doesn't. I thought he got it.
He got it. He got rid of it.
Oh my goodness.
He didn't like it. And
Whoa,
I asked
too
him.
fast.
I asked him yesterday, because that's when I talked to him last. Why did you get rid of it? And he said, I was watching YouTube too much.
Oh, so he did it as a discipline, a self-discipline.
Yeah, he said, I found myself constantly looking at YouTube, and I figured this is not good for me. So he had a month that he could try it, and at the end of the month, he told him, I don't want it anymore.
Well, see, now I understand, and I can kind of appreciate that. A person who seizes the bull by the horns and says, my life is not going to be this.
Yeah, well.
So, I mean, I think it would be.
I think it's Bubbles trying to live up to his reputation.
Of being a Luddite.
Yeah. And so we never were able to do a Zoom with him. I think he didn't want to do a Zoom. He feels he's too ugly these days
Oh,
to be
please.
seen on Zoom. And I tell him, let me get this straight. You don't want to be on video, but you'll go up in front of an audience and do your act?
I know, isn't that funny? Yeah, well, people have different kind of, I don't want to call them phobias, but different things they're very comfortable with. And then similar things. You think if he can talk to a crowd of, 10,000, he could talk on the internet, but not always the way.
It looks like, my face looks like it's a caramel that's melting.
You're like the guy in the Liberty insurance commercial.
I look at myself occasionally on video and go, why am I putting my face anywhere right now?
Oh, stop.
Yeah.
Stop. The thing is, the way to see if you age, just look at a bunch of pictures in order, because you're like, when did I become this?
Well, I often had a story.
Yeah.
There was an actor, and his name was, it was on the
Lancaster.
Addams Family. Played Uncle Fester.
Jackie Coogan.
Jackie Coogan. Jackie Coogan started his career with Charlie Chaplin playing the kid in the movie The Kid. Mm-hmm. And he was considered the most adorable kid in America. And he was. You look at him, he's just adorable.
Mm-hmm. You want to pinch his cheek.
Okay. Now you moved 40 years ahead. Okay. And he's on the Addams Family as Uncle Fester. You remember what Uncle Fester looked like? That wasn't makeup. He was bald. He looked just like that. Okay. And I often wondered, what morning did, Jackie Coogan wake up from being the cutest kid in America, look in the mirror and say, what the fuck happened to me?
Yeah, but
And occasionally I look and I do the same thing. What the fuck happened to me?
Yeah, it's so gradual. I mean, sometimes there's like an accident, or an event that will trigger, a big change in your appearance or your persona or something.
Right.
But usually it's so gradual you don't notice it.
I don't look that bad, do I? I mean, have I aged badly? Have I aged badly?
No, you look the same to me as when we were working together.
Really? No,
Yeah.
not that. Look at this. Look at this thing. That thing. The turf.
Oh, the neck thing. Nora Ephron wrote a book called "I Hate My Neck," and you keep this because there's no way you can disguise it. Turtlenecks don't do it. It's just I know I can play a banjo song on my neck.
Really? No, it's not that. Here, let me see. Let's see. It's not that. No. What you've got
it's not.
is you've got the thing with here. You have a double kind of thing going here.
Yeah. Well, and when I was young, I had my sister called it the Jim Morrison neck. There was that one picture that he took at the top of his looks, and he had that big neck, and that I didn't mind, but. That was, someone said, who was it? Ray Manzarek of the Doors said Jim Morrison was that good looking for about 5 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, that iconic photo. He was a boozer, man. It packs the weight on.
It packs the weight on, and it does stuff to your face that you can't believe.
Oh, and you know what? What else does? I've interviewed more than one plastic surgeon. Smoking.
Smoking. Yeah. I've been told that by plastic surgeons. Yeah, that smoking is really bad for your looks.
Because it cuts the circulation to your face by 80%.
Yeah. But, I mean, alcohol, although I had a friend of mine who was, who died of alcoholism. He died from cirrhosis of the liver. And he didn't look too bad. I quite frankly, I never pegged him as the alcoholic he was.
Me either. I didn't know him obviously as well as you. I didn't know him nearly as well as you. I knew him on occasion, and I never would have pegged him. I even went out where we had drinks, and he didn't. Listen, he had like one margarita.
I was with him. We traveled across the United States together.
Oh, wow.
I'm not saying who it is because I don't want to embarrass him. He's dead, but I don't want to embarrass him. But we drove across the country together. And I remember we stopped at a Costco in Wyoming somewhere. I can't tell you where because every Costco in America looks the same. Okay. Yeah. I mean, you want the cheese? You know exactly where to go for the cheese in any Costco. Although the difference in some Costcos is in California, they can sell liquor in the Costco.
Yeah.
Where in New York, they can't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's funky. Yeah. The hooch laws.
So anyway, we stopped at this Costco, and he comes out of it with 2 gallons of vodka.
Oh, my. That might have been an indicator.
But I didn't pick up on it. I thought he just wanted a little. Maybe it was cheaper in Wyoming. He wanted to take it home with him.
Yeah, the handles are cheaper in Wyoming.
Yeah,
but it's an interesting affliction, I guess. Alcoholism.
Well, I've decided though, as I've gotten older, I'm towards the end of my life. One of these days, you're going to get the word, "Hey, Bennett's dead." Or,
I know, I dread that day.
Yeah. Well, no one dreads it more than I do. Okay, so
maybe I'll go before you. I'll do you a solid.
But anyway, well, I mean, like my friend Shecky. We were talking about Shecky. He died. He was 67. He told me he had just put me in his will for an amazing amount of money. Mm-hmm. And I said to him, the first thing I said to him was, "That's very nice, Shecky, but, I'm not going to outlive you, okay, because you're 67 and I'm 84, 83 at the time." And I said, "I'm not, I'm no way I'm going to outlive you, but it's very nice that you thought of me."
Yeah.
And that was all, that's all I thought about it. 2 months later, he was dead.
Yeah, now,
so you don't know. You don't know.
Is it a slow, hospitalized death with cirrhosis?
No, he actually started passing out, and one day they found him passed out in his house, and they rushed him, took him to the hospital, and he never left the hospital.
Yeah, because I have known of people, and I never got the details on what exactly cirrhosis will do.
Well, it's the one disease, if you've got it, folks, so your doctor says you've got cirrhosis of the liver, if you just stop drinking, it's going to stop progressing.
Yes, and take milk thistle. Milk thistle can help.
Well, forget about the medical advice. The fact is that if you just stop drinking,
Yeah.
you'll stop getting cirrhosis. It won't get any worse. It won't get better. It doesn't fix itself. But you can live with what you got. Your liver. You can lose a lot of your liver, and you're still in good shape. I mean, people donate a liver to somebody, but they don't give the whole liver. They just chop off. It's like kind of like at the meat market where you say, "Give me just a pound of liver," so he cuts it off.
Yeah.
But you can live with half a liver, for instance, and they take that half a liver and they give it to somebody else.
And they regenerate because,
I don't know if it regenerates to full size or whatever, but it saves your life.
Yeah.
But if you're an alcoholic, they're kind of reticent to give you a liver. Okay, because
I know David
they
Crosby, remember? He was on that list for so long because of his checkered substance abuse history.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think he died of any of those things, but he did stop all the bad stuff he was doing,
And he did get the liver too, I think, didn't he?
Was it a liver that he got? I guess.
I believe. I'd be surprised if it wasn't.
But anyway, I just so you never know who's going to go before you, and constantly I hear about people I knew, like comedians who will go. For instance.
Yeah,
and
there have been a few.
I'll go, how come I outlive them? They were supposed to outlive me.
It's the luck of the draw. Yep.
Well, who knows? I mean, but anyway, I'm old enough that you may get that call.
Yeah.
Or you may not. I could probably go. My mother went to 100. I could probably go to 100.
Oh, you will.
With the way I feel right now, I don't want to go to 100.
I know. It's like, can we cast our vote? Nix on 100.
Well, I'm having trouble walking.
I know, and that's a drag. I mean, I'm having trouble or the reason I'm getting this MRI.
Oh yeah, you're getting. We were going to say she's getting an MRI. What for?
Or because I have had more concussions than anybody who's never played in the NFL. I mean, I just
thought it was that you were dumb.
Not concussive, just stupid.
Yeah.
But no, I've really done a lot of damage to my noggin, which in effect, it affects everything else. Mm-hmm. So at least I'll just have some questions answered, and we can fix what's going on. Because it's just.
Are you feeling the results of the concussions? I mean, are you?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, how's it manifesting itself?
It manifests itself in questions of balance, and also.
Well, I've got balance problems.
Yeah. So that's the reason. The reason I'm getting that, because I have fainting problems. We figured out that was the low sodium. But I'm just going to get this because I've never, except for the time I was in that car wreck in '94. I've never had one, and I've had a lot of concussions. So,
well, it still could be that none of them took effect on you.
I hope. That's what I'm hoping.
I mean, and they probably they're doing an MRI. I guess, they have to look at your brain, right?
Yeah.
I can't do an MRI.
Because you're claustrophobic.
Oh, God. Yeah.
They ask you that when you're booking it.
Yeah.
Booking it like a flight. No, they ask you when you schedule the MRI.
Oh, I have deadly. I mean, it's like if you put me in there, I'd be screaming and yelling.
Wow. Because, see, I have claustrophobia with low ceilings.
Yeah.
But no,
that doesn't bother me. I mean, there are things that haven't bothered me. Bring up Shecky again. We went across the United States. We went to these caves, Mammoth Caves, I think.
That's my area of the country. Those are in Missouri, I believe.
No,
and then they have Fairfax Caverns.
Maybe it wasn't Mammoth, but it was here on the East Coast.
Oh, okay.
Giant underground cave, one of the largest in America, I think.
Wow.
And so we what the hell? Let's take the tour. So we took the tour, and we went through areas that were very low and closed in and stuff like that. I not really closed in because it went up to my neck, but I could see either way this way, and I was fine. I was fine, and I got through it okay. Mainly also because I was with a lot of other people. But you put me in this little tube, you know. I mean, our friend Chuck Farnham had to have an MRI, and they had to send him. He's so fat. They had to send him someplace where, I don't know, they do MRIs on elephants, you know. But anyway,
bring out the pachyderm model.
Yeah, if they had to do an MRI on me, I hear they have open MRIs, and I think I could probably do that. And I'm okay with what do they call CT scans? You know,
CAT scans.
CAT scans, yeah, yeah. So you know, those are fine. I don't have a problem with those.
Well, I just want to get some kind of bill of health or bill of problems we can treat, so they won't be so painful. And because once you
have pain too.
Oh gosh, man, I have pain in my back. It's actually in my legs and my back, and it's like caused by.
Mother dear, you're growing old.
Oh, I know, and I hate even talking about it because I used to say, can older people talk about something other than their ailments and procedures?
Absolutely not. There's nothing else to talk about.
Well, that's it, because I'm a healthy, but yet I go and I get these. I have low blood pressure, and I have all these tests they take on me, and I'm in like robust health. And it's like, well, that doesn't help me when I have to, wince when I walk to the mailbox.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I want.
So you're having a CAT scan to look and see if you had any damage from all these concussions.
Right.
Okay.
And I sprained my ankle too, and then we went to Europe, and I probably should not. It was dumb. It was very dumb to walk on that ankle all over Europe, but it, I think, aggravated whatever is causing me the back problem, because then your body compensates, and I want it fixed. I want it fixed. So I'm your demand.
Well, we're going to Paris, and I've got this walking problem, and she's ordered me up a wheelchair at the airports.
I have taken one at the airport once when I twisted my ankle.
What is is it electric or what?
No, they have assigned you a wheelchair pusher, and it's kind of great in some ways because you avoid a lot of the lines.
That's why. Well, yeah. I'm on TSA pre-check.
I am too.
But Marjorie hasn't gotten hers yet.
Well, if you got to mention it on your ticket when you book your ticket, or it's no good.
I know it's on my ticket now, but she hasn't gotten hers yet.
Huh?
Yeah.
I wonder if you can expedite.
They said they're still checking it.
You don't know about her past.
Well,
as a courier.
She has some things in her past, but nothing that should stop them from giving her a pre-check,
Right, yeah. And it's a lot of people are getting wise to it because it does
let me put it this way, TSA. She's 80 years old. I hardly think she's a danger to America. Okay.
It's like I'm a retired woman. What do you think I'm going to do? Suddenly get a terrorist bench?
And then I got the TSA pre-check, but they said now if you're in another country and you want to come here, you have to have another thing too.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's bureaucracy making more jobs.
Jeez.
That's what it is.
All I want is to be able to flow through these things. I mean, I can get through anything TSA, but if I'm coming back from another country, I still have to go through all that mishigas.
It's nonsense, because.
But I'll be in a wheelchair, and I'll have my cane, and I'll be yelling like an old man, "Let me through!"
That's right. Damn it! Move it! I want to go to McDonald's before they close.
Yeah. I want to get on this airplane.
Where's my snacks?
Yeah.
But it's. I mean, and I had a legitimate reason for getting the wheelchair, but part of me, the troubleshooting part thought, this is pretty handy. This kind of cuts that time between flights, connecting flights.
You know, they've ordered one up for me here, and then once we get to Paris,
Yeah.
and we're getting picked up by somebody. They got the car arranged and everything.
Yeah.
know.
And hired cars are worth the price.
Oh yeah.
Like, yeah.
Hey,
'Cause
listen,
you
we've
can-
got all this money. We don't care how much we spend.
Exactly. But that is such a cool.
Like Marjorie was ordering up. She says we've got to get this cruise for the spring. I said, oh, okay, fine. What do you got? She says, do you want a big room or a small room? I said, get a big room. I said, I don't want to be stuck on a boat in a small room, right?
That's
in fact,
key.
give me the captain's room and kick him out. Okay.
Yeah. We'll get
So
two
anyway,
honeymoon
I said,
suites.
get a big room. We'll go down.
Yeah.
What river do you want to go down? I said, I don't care, just as long as it's a river.
Yeah.
Okay.
Danube's good.
I said, Danube, I've heard is pretty good, and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
You know, but I want that cruise because all I have to do is if I want to get off the boat and go see these towns a little bit, I can hobble around. You know.
That's it. Yeah. Just
but
don't
if it's too much walking, then I'll just stay on the boat, and you know.
Yeah, yeah, just that's why they get you with these excursions, but they all are like 5 hours and many of them involve a lot of walking when you can just do that yourself.
Well, I'll just explore the city myself at my own pace.
Yeah, that's what I did in Portofino. Ricky went around and looked at things, and I just chilled and just I had been there before, so I walked around to see what I remembered. And that's the way it goes.
She's the inveterate traveler, folks, because her husband loves to travel.
Yes,
loves
he does.
to travel.
I know. And he is good at making all the arrangements. I mean, he is detailed.
But you have a travel agent too, right?
We do, yeah.
So
And
the travel agent does a lot of that work of setting stuff up, like, wheelchairs and
And he has a really good relationship, a real good communication with our travel agent.
Yeah.
So we're doubly protected.
I've never talked to our travel agent. I don't think Marjorie has either. She just keeps emailing her back and forth and texting her and saying, we need this, we need that. And the woman said, we've got a car ready for you at the airport in Paris and blah, 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 blah. And everything, it's really kind of worth it to have a travel agent.
Oh, yeah, it is worth it. We got this one that we use all the time. Rick does a lot of the research himself because that's his hobby,
Yeah. But, I mean, his research is on where you go, when you're going to go, maybe what kind of room you have, what you want, because you have to tell the agent what you want. They
Exactly.
just pull it up for you.
And also what the temperatures are going to be, because we went on the Danube, and so we were in Austria when there was a cold snap. It was really in the spring when we went, but man, it was in the 20s.
The spring sounds like it would be nice. But if you get a what do you call it, a cold snap.
Oh, they're awful. I remember them, but it did ring home because they took us to one of the concentration camps, and I thought, I stood in that big yard, and I thought, I can't imagine standing in this for 10 minutes. I'm such a wuss. It would be so cold. I would just
but don't worry, you're not a Jew.
That's right.
So,
and I'm watching this Spielberg produced documentary about the Jews. A lot of it was they were, propagandized. Get on this. Oh, we're going to take you to somewhere safe, and then they get on and find their cattle.
Well, I have this friend. I did an interview with him who was in a concentration camp.
Yeah.
And in fact, met Mengele.
No, really?
Mengele saved his life.
How? Because he was a doctor.
Okay, if he was seeing the kids, young kids, and he was a young kid at the time, and he was checking them out and everything. And he does this with him on his cheeks and says, "You're such a sweet boy," And he said, how old are you? And he lied because he didn't want to say he was 12, because if he was 12, they'd kill you.
Yeah.
You just weren't any good to them. So he said, I'm 14. And they said, fine. He said, go over there. If he had said, go over there, he was going to the gas chamber. If he was going over there, he's going to a work detail.
Yeah.
And
sometimes,
Mengele saved his life.
isn't that an irony? Wow. And Sophie's Choice, I finally watched for the first time, old movie with Meryl Streep about that.
Yeah.
And it was, you didn't know what the consequences of your choices were going to be.
Yeah.
You had to imagine them and do your best guess.
And you had to make those decisions with the absence of any kind of information.
That's it. That's what I mean. None.
Her choice was she had to choose which child she wanted to keep. Yeah.
Right. And I think she sent the boy because her rationale was he would have a better chance of survival than her little girl who was, she was a top.
It's a horrible thing. The only thing worse is Donald Trump. Anyway.
Yeah. Hey, wasn't it nice, his little stunt? Like people who pay X amount for these dinners in town halls want to see him jam.
Well, it was sing along with Donald.
I know.
I mean,
it's just
we'll just go over a little bit here because we're in sync today, folks, and nothing's going bad. Yeah, that was insane. Sing along with Donald,
Yeah, so, was it?
And he jerks off two people with one. It's his jerking off two people thing.
Was he twerking or jerking? Who cares? Because I mean.
Anyway, I have to get out of here because I'm going to PT. I'm going to physical therapy.
And you're so looking forward to it.
Yeah, Sylvester the cat is going to physical therapy.
Well, it's good that you're being diligent about it.
And I'll see you well, we tape these every couple of weeks. I'll see you in a couple of weeks or next week on the program.
Super.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's her nibs, Miss Lori Thompson. Thank you, Lori.
My pleasure, baby.
Bye, darling.
Now in its 10th year, this is GabNet. Talk like you've never heard it before.
Yeah, thank you, Lori. Thank you. And let me turn on the lights here. There we go. Now I'm all bright and everything. I forgot to turn on the lights ahead of time. Oh, well. That's just me. I'm screwing up all the time. Wow, there's only one person waiting tonight to go on and talk with me and talk with you. Now we have two. It's ridiculous. Okay. Well, anyway. How are all of you? Have you had a nice weekend? Did you have a nice couple of first days of the week? Okay, fine. I'm trying to just adjust this so I can hear this right. Okay, there we go. Okay. Anyway, let me bring on these two people that are here. First of all, there is Charlie Wallace, and then there is Jeff Stein. So let me show you those people. There they are. Well, Jeff is still having trouble connecting his audio, and so is Charlie. But I think Charlie just connected. Hi, Charlie.
Hi.
There he is. Don't trip. I do random gravity checks.
Yeah, I don't trip. I do random gravity checks.
Oh, okay. Hey, listen, you're only two guys on here tonight.
Yeah.
Why do I do this? Why do I do it? I don't understand. All it does is depress me.
Yeah.
Well,
it's going to depress me when you leave, when you stop doing it.
Yeah, well, a couple of weeks I'm going to stop doing it for at least a week or so. Because we're going on
that's right.
On hiatus. I'm going to stumble all the way to Paris. I'm actually dreading it, to be honest with you.
Ooh.
And I'm only doing it for Marjorie. Actually,
good reason, though.
huh?
That's a good reason to do it, though.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I would also like to do go up. I wanted to take that cruise up to Alaska.
Yes.
The Alaskan cruise is supposedly terrific. Have you ever done that, Ray?
I haven't, but I want to do it myself. I've always wanted to.
Yeah, I've heard that it's terrific. You know,
Yeah.
it's really beautiful.
We took it with my parents because my dad had all kinds of problems. And they had a system where they would take him and give him his injections while you're on that trip. It's pretty cool.
Right. Can I get injections?
Well, probably.
I'll bring my heroin along. I've been joking about that
Maybe
lately.
that's available.
What? I've been joking about that lately. You know, that doctors will give you almost a prescription for anything, right? The older you get, the more prescriptions they will give you without thinking twice about it.
Yep.
And I'm thinking that if I asked for heroin, they'd probably give it to me. Oh, he's 84, he's 85, how much longer does he have to live? Let's let him enjoy it. Give him some heroin.
Heroin comes in the form of narcotic painkillers nowadays.
Yeah,
Oxycontin.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Actually,
Yep.
Hillbilly heroin.
heroin's probably not as dangerous as those are.
Oh yeah, it is.
No, not necessarily.
How do they get it into the country? They just load it in bags and it comes in the country? I don't know.
I have no idea, but the only thing that makes it dangerous is the reason is that it's illegal. But compared to those other drugs, which they did prescribe, it's nothing compared to those.
Yeah.
Well, you should ask your doctor for some.
Nah,
The problem is you buy heroin on the street, you don't know what you're getting it cut
That's
with.
right.
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah.
lot of ketamine.
That's the problem. That's the problem.
Not ketamine. What's the other one?
Fentanyl.
Fentanyl. Yeah.
Propofol or whatever. No.
The fentanyl.
Fentanyl. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I assume the fentanyl problem is out there.
Oh, it's huge.
Yeah.
You know,
It's so bad that people start with the heroin, then they find out there's fentanyl in it, and then they just search for the fentanyl because it's way stronger,
wow.
and it ends up killing them.
Wow. Well, you know,
Yeah.
even fentanyl wouldn't be dangerous if you had a doctor prescribe it to you and you knew the dose you were getting.
Yeah.
Right.
But
right, but they take way too much.
unfortunately, we make drugs illegal.
Yep.
And by making them illegal, we thereby make them dangerous.
I was listening to a podcast once, and I think it was Sweden, where they take heroin addicts
Yeah.
and they go in the morning and they pick up their heroin, and it's safe heroin. You know, it's not from the street, and they use their heroin every day, and they go to work and they come back, and when they're ready to quit this organization, they think it's a government thing, they help them quit, but they don't push them into it or anything.
Well, the thing is that with heroin, you can do it in minor amounts. Okay, you can do it in not minor amounts, but in specified amounts. And if it's government controlled, and the government is checking out the heroin to make sure it's okay, and it's prescription heroin, then it's no problem. There are people who can work on it. They can do everything. They can, you know, I've known people who were functional heroin addicts.
Well, it's just another opiate.
Yeah.
It just happens to be the bad opiate.
No,
for some
well,
reason.
no, it was made the bad opiate. Here's what
That's
happened.
what I mean. Yeah.
Here's what happened. We decided, well, we're going to give them a good opiate, and we gave them, what is it?
Oxycontin.
No.
Oh.
Morphine.
No, what was the drug they were giving out?
Oh, the one that's substitute.
Yeah.
What's the one?
No.
No, the one they substitute for heroin when you're trying to get off of it.
Methadone.
That is methadone.
Methadone.
Which is
Methadone.
worse than heroin.
Yeah.
It is harder to get off of. You know, what they did is they said, well, we'll get you on this drug because this is government approved.
Yeah.
But it was harder to get you off of that than it was to get you off heroin.
They're still doing that with the methadone
That's
for heroin
ridiculous.
addicts.
That's ridiculous.
I know.
Horrible drug. I knew people who were on it who said they couldn't get off of it, but they knew they could get off of heroin if they had to. You know.
It's difficult. It's difficult to get off heroin, even if you think you can.
No,
Very-
the only reason
very
it's difficult to get off heroin is that you are depriving your body. When you do heroin, your body needs endorphins, okay? And if you start doing heroin, the heroin substitutes for the endorphins, and then your body goes, well, I don't, I need the endorphins, but I am accepting the heroin. So you get hooked on the heroin, and what you're getting hooked on is the need for endorphins. But if we did something like, I know I'm no doctor, so please, don't take this to the bank. But if we at least gave people endorphins, we might be able to replace it somehow. But what happens is, when you do heroin, your body shuts down its endorphin-producing ability. And so, therefore, it's harder to quit heroin. Because
the problem is,
what?
yeah,
What are you going to say?
you have to allow your body to become able to produce the endorphins and GABA and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All those receptors go to sleep when you're on
And
heroin or benzodiazepines, and it takes a long time, especially with the benzos, but also the opiates, for those to come back to life and do that for you instead of the drug.
For your endorphins to come back, your endorphin producing, can take up to a year. And
I was on benzos for 18 years.
Yes,
and
you were telling me about that. Yeah.
It took me 3 years. I went through 3 years of withdrawals. I mean, I've been on this show going through withdrawals. I don't say anything. I'm fine now, but it took me 3 years.
I mean,
don't worry about it, Ray. We know you're not fine.
It was horrible. It was horrible.
Wait a minute. You were going through withdrawals because you were not able to do this show?
No, what I'm saying is I kept doing things, but I was really struggling.
What were you taking? And
I was taking Klonopin for 18 years,
Wow.
but it was prescribed to me for some stupid reason, like insomnia or something. And I couldn't get off of it, and so I just kept taking it because he told me it was fine. And then I found out it was screwing with me in so many ways, so I had to get off of it.
Yeah,
and it was absolutely brutal.
Well, the reason
and I had to switch to Valium, and
Well, the reason
Valium's a lot easier, isn't it?
Reason why
it was easier to get off of than the Klonopin.
The reason why people can't get off of heroin easily is because they're actually having to get along without endorphins. As a matter of fact,
it's horrible.
Have you ever heard of a runner's high?
Yeah.
Runners get so addicted to running that it creates endorphins in your body and kind of like, it's almost like heroin, using heroin in your body. And people who get into a jogger's high have a hard time getting off jogging because they start getting all the side effects and everything that you get from, quitting a drug. So,
maybe you can explain to me. I'm a little confused, Alex. How does heroin? It's the opposite of endorphins. Endorphin is a rush or a high, which is like amphetamine or methamphetamine.
Yes, or it's
heroin is just
or
the opposite.
if you hurt yourself, your body produces endorphins to prevent you from getting pain for a while. It's kind of your naturally produced painkiller. Okay.
Except for a downer doesn't give you endorphins. Heroin's a downer, so I'm lost what you're saying.
Wait a minute,
there are other hormones. Other hormones. It's not just the endorphins. There are other hormones that it affects.
Oh, I'll buy that part.
But take it from me. I mean, it replaces the endorphins, the heroin,
and other hormones,
and your body's need.
Because I went through this whole
and
thing.
Worse, your body's need to produce it. So you don't produce it, okay? And what happens? You get withdrawal symptoms. So
there's also a hormone called GABA, and I don't know the whole
Gabapentin?
medical. It's like gabapentin replaces that, but it is the thing that helps you control like your emotions and all that stuff, and that gets totally screwed up.
Well,
with-
that's called marriage.
yeah, but that's marriage.
Look at him; he's applauding.
Yeah, that's what they give you Valium for. If you're married, so you can stay married, you take the Valium, split it with your wife.
Yeah,
There's
but
endorphins, there's GABA, there's neuropinephrine. They all get
They're
they all go to
chemicals-
sleep with these
they're
drugs.
chemicals in your brain.
Yeah, and they all go and these drugs stop your body from being able to produce it on its own.
Right. So
Because it
it's,
doesn't need to anymore.
right. So it's serotonin and norepinephrine, which
Yeah,
are
they all
which are
get
the
shut
two,
down.
which are the two chemicals in your brain that rather cause anxiety or cause depression.
Yeah.
And a lot of other things.
Well, those are the two most popular ones, but there's a whole bunch of them.
Right. Ray's got them all, by the way.
No, I'm just saying because I had to learn about all this because I went
I
through
know.
it. It was
well, I'm
Okay.
taking pregabalin, which is a form of gabapentin. You know,
yeah,
and
but that's for like nerve pain, right?
yes, for nerve pain. Yeah.
Yeah.
But all I'm saying is that you don't want your body to shut down your endorphin producing ability.
right.
And when you do, it takes almost a year for it to kick back into place again. So,
Or more.
You know, so that's why it's uncomfortable to quit heroin, because heroin at least is producing that endorphin high.
When you see people on the street that use heroin and they're not getting their fix, they say they're getting sick. They feel sick.
Yeah, well, they say
They're
In other words,
jonesing.
they're going through withdrawal.
Hey,
now.
listen,
Yeah.
folks, don't get the idea I'm saying heroin is wonderful or anything like that. But I'm saying that when you compare it to something like what were we talking about earlier? Huh?
Methadone.
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 Methadone's much worse. Much worse. Ask any addict who has been switched off onto methadone, and they'll tell you it's worse than heroin.
Right.
It's
except for
FDA
methadone-
approved and controlled.
Yeah, that's right. It's a control.
Well, there was an old song that we used to sing when Rockefeller's selling skag, but he says it's phony. Stick a needle in your arm and call it methadone. Yeah,
How did we get on this subject?
I don't know.
It's a cool subject.
Wow, you really fly, don't you? You're back home, Ray.
Me?
No, Brian.
Oh.
No, those are
He was in Southern California just 2 days ago.
Took his
Oh.
kid down to Disneyland.
Yep.
How'd it go?
Oh.
I'm glad that's over with.
What? Wait a minute. Why are you glad that's over with?
No, it's just it's one day of chaos. That's all. But
Well,
Yeah,
what's
so-
the day of chaos? Being at Disneyland?
Disneyland and California Adventure is side by side. California Adventure actually is more fun for kids her age, a lot more rides and stuff. Disneyland is Disneyland, but I walk around that place and there's just people standing everywhere. And there's people standing waiting to eat. There's people eating. There's people standing in line for the rides. And there's just people standing everywhere on their phones or waiting for people. And it's just like a big mess. It's like, geez, we cruised around Disneyland. Actually, we didn't we did the Star Wars stuff. And then we got out of there. And then she's like, let's go back to California. Went back to California Adventure Park and went and ride some more rides over there. So
Yeah.
You know what the neat thing is? After you pay your $600 to get into both parks, you gotta get something to eat or drink, and it's more expensive than
No, we were smart. Actually, our hotel is right across the street. And so we went from 8 o'clock right when the park opened until noon. And then noon, she wanted to go get some dumplings or something, some good food. So we actually went out the park and took the car, went down the street, and went down to the dumpling place, came back. I took a power nap. And then we were back at the park at 3 o'clock until they closed. So it worked out really good.
They let you in for a whole day on one ticket. Is that what happens?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and you can bounce back and forth. So we bounced back and forth to different parks a couple times. So.
Yeah.
I like California Adventures.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
great.
it has the Cars ride. It has You know, those type of things. The
It has
spider
roller
Spider-Man.
coasters and everything.
Yeah. Oh, the roller coaster is my favorite roller coaster ever. That one's the
Yeah.
boss.
Which one is that?
It's an Incredibles, but it starts here. It doesn't go click, 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 click. There's one spot that it does, but it just starts here and it just goes. It goes up and it goes up. So it's like a car, you know, just like floors it, and it's pretty cool.
You know, my
It's done
friend.
with maglev, isn't it?
Huh?
It's not like a high-speed train. It's done with maglev. It's not like
I don't know.
the click, click, click is a mechanical thing. But
Well,
a lot
all
of
I
real
know
fast roller coasters.
All I know is that hold on a second. Let me turn this down. There we go. The one thing that I know and that I remember is that I forgot what I was going to say. Or rides.
But Mickey is there, and there's a long line for a picture with him.
You know
go
something?
over here, and there's a line here.
I just think that if you're going to run a place like Disneyland, okay, it should be easy for people to get on every ride or to go
But there's
into.
Too many people.
Yeah, it's too many people.
Well,
There's too many people
Okay,
there.
then I got a better suggestion. Only allow so many people in. They have to buy advance tickets, and you only let so many people in every day. You don't let it
need
get
the
so.
money.
What? I
They need the
realize
money.
that, and I know that's the evil in it all. Okay, but you should be able to go down there and not have to wait in long lines to go on everything. You know.
But
You realize how profitable that company is?
and
They don't
people
need that
all over
much.
people all over the world. People all over the world want a picture in front of the castle. You know, it's like
You
big
know,
deal.
you're not going to believe this, but Disney is in trouble.
Really?
Well, they just lost their CEO yesterday.
They're so huge. They're into everything.
No, they didn't lose their CEO. That implies he got fired. His time was up. Iger said he would go in there for 2 years, and now he's leaving. Yeah.
Oh,
So they lost their CEO. I didn't say they fired him.
Yeah, but it sounds like he got fired when you say
Okay.
they
sounds
lost.
like he died, is the way Alex said.
Yeah.
Well, if you follow the business news, that it said
You
that he's
obviously
been there.
don't follow it because you didn't know that he actually quit.
I'll Google that because I didn't follow it enough. Because I didn't care.
Oh boy,
Well,
if
funny how
I got
you
another
and
Phil,
Phil-
if I got another Phil on my hands, that every time
You
I
and Phil are
challenge
so
him, he has
alike.
to look the thing up to make sure he's right, and then of course
Yeah.
he proves himself wrong. But you know,
Wow, Disney stock's been going down. I'm going to buy, so this is a good time to buy it.
maybe.
Yeah.
You know, 2 weeks ago you should have bought Trump stock when it was $7 a share. It's $31 a share now.
Yeah, it's going back up.
Really?
But it's going back down.
Wow.
It's going back down.
Well, it's going back
Volatile.
down. Roller coaster.
In fact,
Maybe he
I
buys
think
and
I
sells
think
them
it's
back.
I think it's back down to like $7 again.
Hmm.
Well,
I'll tell you, I have it on my phone. I'll tell you exactly what.
why did you buy stock in it?
Are you fucking kidding me? No way. It's up $1.52 at $35.91 today.
Then how come he's selling it?
I don't think he is. I think he's holding it until he thinks it's going to go back to $150 or whatever.
It's not. The minute this election is over with, either way, it's going down.
Yeah.
Well, I think the reason it's going back up is when he had his, I don't know what they call it, ex-dividend date or whatever, where he can take the money out. He said he wasn't going to take it. Of course, you know.
But
was
it
supposed
wasn't.
to
Of
be
course, he
worth
wasn't going to
60.
take it because if he took all of his out, that stock would have tanked.
It array tanked. It was array at 7, so people were afraid they were going to take his 51% out and they were going to go out of business. So, you know, he thought he's done the smart thing. He wait until it goes back up.
Trump did a smart thing.
No,
Well,
he's never done a
It
smart
happens
thing.
once every 10 years. So
No, I know. Yeah. Anyway,
Iger did leave. I knew that, but I didn't know that he was going to leave. I don't follow the stock that close. It was just in the news. So,
You said that already.
so go ahead, Alex. You were right. I was wrong.
Alex, you were right. I was wrong.
Very good.
Man,
Thank you
We got
very
a
much.
drink.
Oh,
Not prepared for this. We got a drink.
There's a toilet near you.
Anyway,
So Ray, are you doing any work? You doing any acting?
Yeah, I'm rehearsing for a play right now. I wasn't called tonight. That's why I'm here.
Mm.
What do you mean you
What's the
weren't
play?
called tonight?
It's called Truce. It's about when a German platoon and an English platoon in the trenches in World War One called off the fighting so they could celebrate Christmas together. It's a true story.
Mm.
Yeah.
Where is it going to be played?
City Lights Theater in San Jose.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
Bob
Oh, wait a
Iger.
second.
Bob, somebody has sent something to me. Bob Iger is not quitting, but he will step down when his contract expires in 2026. And what they're currently doing is they're saying who's probably going to replace him.
Well, good. I'm glad that was clarified.
Yeah, I can sleep now.
Yeah, me too.
Good night.
So they
Hey, is New York bad like January, the first week of January after New Year's? The weather?
Well, it depends,
Weather?
really. You know, it's
Bring it up.
cold.
He's
It's
going to bring your
cold.
godfather with him.
But in the
your
last
god-
couple of years, we haven't even had any real snowfall. Yeah. But I mean, I can't.
It up for you, Brian.
Actually, the worst month, if the worst month for winter is February.
Oh, okay. Okay, good.
Are you being transferred
Going?
there now?
Yeah, I'm planning my next trip. Well, I have a couple trips coming up, but my next trip after those. So January, I think the first week of January, I'm going to go up to New York.
Well, come on into New York. You know.
Yeah.
And if you
I want
need,
to do the touristy stuff and then see you guys, and then
and if you need a place to stay, you know.
No, it's okay. Don't want you talking about me when I'm snoring in the. You hear me snoring through the hallways. I'll wake everybody up. No, we're do if I go, I'll do the touristy stuff. But yeah, I'll definitely hang out with you guys. We'll go out.
Yeah, no, I'd love to see you. Love to see you.
Yeah.
Same goes for any of you. You know.
Oh, and Tony, if you're listening, I will come and see you. Okay, don't worry. I don't need like 30 texts from you tonight.
And if you don't go to see him, he will never talk to you again. Wait a minute.
Oh, really?
Wait a minute.
No
That's a bonus.
That's what I
Yeah,
do.
somebody just made a comment that he should have done this a long time ago. Phil said that he should have blocked Tony a long time ago. His life is so much quieter.
You guys are me.
Yeah.
He actually has a more interesting life than we can believe.
Yeah,
Phil or Tony?
Tony.
Tony. Yeah, well, I mean, it's a strange life.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I get the feeling that he wasn't all that smart to start with, but boy, is he smart. So.
Well, no,
Tony,
it
not
isn't.
Phil.
It isn't a matter of smart. Oh, well, here comes smart Tony. Here we go.
He's a
You know,
smart guy.
he's like Beetlejuice. You say his name 3 times, and he's here.
He's got a head for business.
Huh?
There you go.
Yeah, he does definitely.
Hey, so Tony, if I don't come see you in New York in January, will you never text me again?
I don't know, but if you come, let me know because I'll take you out for lunch or something. I can get you. I can get you maybe. I can ask my brother to get you a ticket for the Freedom Tower. I can ask.
Oh, okay.
You let me know if you're coming.
Yeah, just give me your brother's number then.
Who wants
Okay,
to
you
go?
know what I'll tell you? Why do you bother with him?
Who wants to go to the Freedom Tower?
Well, it's up to him. I might be able to get you a play ticket too. I'm going to see the Robert Downey Jr. play Saturday. I got free tickets.
I'm like,
Wait a
What
minute.
play is it?
Hold on a second. Is there
My brother got me the tickets. So I don't know the exact name, Ray. I can get it for you later. He has
Wait
it
a
upstairs.
minute. I have heard about nothing about a Robert Downey Jr. play.
Oh yeah.
Because you don't follow
Have
the
you?
business news.
It's limited, I think, Ray, and like he's only going to be here like 12 weeks, Alex. I didn't
okay.
either that trip. My brother got me tickets. It's a surprise. That's cool.
Well, Brian's going to be there January 4th, so plan that week out for him.
Whatever you want to do, you let me know.
He wants to spend every day of his vacation with you.
Yeah, I know that, but at least Brian's nice. I mean, and if you want to, just tell me what you want to do. If
yeah,
you
I
need
want to
anything,
get
I'll
some
let you know.
comics, and you and I will go get some comics graded, and maybe we go send some comics in the mail. That'd be fun.
But I could take you to if you want to go to Cats or something, whatever you want. Let me know.
That's
Katz's?
no.
You're going to take him to Katz's? Are you kidding me? That piece of crap?
Oh, it's good. Catskill, whatever he wants to do. If he wants
Listen,
to go.
I lived across the
I
street
know, you used to live
from
over there.
Katz's.
Shecky told me, yeah.
I lived across the street from Katz's, and I still wouldn't go there again.
Really? You don't like the
Yes.
matzo ball soup, Alex?
You go
I
right
used to
next
take it home
door.
from my mother.
You go right next door, and there's a place called
Yona Shimo?
No, Rona Schimmel, I think, is closed down. Yona Schimmel.
Is it closed? I used to go there for my knishes.
They used to have knishes. No, right next to Katz's is Russ and Daughters.
Oh, yeah.
Now you want to get
Is
great
that open
food.
still?
That's where you get the great food. You have to
Yeah,
take
you're
it
right
home.
about that. They have all this people who eat in there.
But they
You walk in.
they do have a restaurant around the corner, so you can get all the stuff that's in Russ and Daughters over there, and I'm sure you can get a matzo ball soup that would make Katz's taste like shit, which it already does.
My mother liked the matzo ball. I used to get it for her, and they used to get the Yona Shimo, then jump on the train and come back to Queens.
Do you realize we're doing a show here for the entire United States, and we're talking about Jew food?
I love those.
So New York, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
New York-centered Jew food conversation.
Can't beat that. Hey, we can always get Chinks, Brian, too. Chinatown.
What?
Chinatown, Alex.
What do
You
you
can
get
go
in
Chinatown
Chinatown?
with smaller
Wait,
New
wait,
York.
what do you get in Chinatown?
Chink food.
Whoa!
You want to laugh, Ray? Alex,
It's an
Chinatown.
internet.
Ray, you know, Chinatown in New York, I think is smaller than the one out in San Francisco. I think your area is bigger.
Chinatown's huge in San Francisco.
To all the
Yeah, it's bigger by you guys. I told that to my brother when we went, Ray.
To all
You
the,
were-
oh,
you were
to
all-
all, to all the
Chinese
wait a minute, to
brothel
all
in
the
San
Chinese
Francisco.
people who might be listening and you live in the greater New York area, please do not spit in my food when I come to
you're
your
right. I love
restaurant.
Chinese.
But his name
Whatever you
is
want.
Tony Magno. You can't miss him. Look at
Yeah,
him. Okay?
Oh, yeah. I'm not dying, so that's good.
This is a guy who said it.
It's an old Italian-looking dude.
Exactly, Ray. You got it right. I went for
See,
my
we got
check.
the nose.
Yeah, they gave my check. I'm going to live at my PSA is undetectable, so that's good.
All right.
No, the
I'm
other thing.
sure people are going to come there just to
Yeah,
check
my
the
brother
PSA.
picked me up.
I don't know. The thing
"Just get
that
call, go
bothers
home."
me in life is that I'm going to be, when I die, Tony will probably still
Yeah.
be alive.
Yeah, I'm going to the
But
funeral.
I've decided about death. I think I know what it's all
Yeah.
about. Once I'm
What is it?
dead, you all disappear.
And we're going to miss him.
Hey, wait a minute.
You're all gone. You know, because you're just a figment of my imagination.
He's going to be like, thank God I'm away from these guys already.
Yeah, I know what we're gonna do. We can do it.
We got to do something for him, God forbid.
What? For me?
I don't know.
We could do a Hell's Angel funeral. We can all whiz on his coffin.
We have to keep your memory. Golf. Well,
There
hopefully you
is
live a long
no
time.
coffin.
You're going good.
Marjorie, if I go first, Marjorie is going to turn me into a crispy critter.
Oh, okay. Cool.
You better
Okay.
write a will, Alex, and to make sure your wishes.
Toilet bowl cleaner.
She could have you stuffed.
Oh, she has this,
That'd be funny, like with the fingers out. Fuck you.
well, now she has this going back. She already made out a will a while back that she did online, you know.
Nice.
But now she wants to get a official lawyer to make us a will.
Yeah.
A living trust.
That's what I have, a living trust.
Yep. So do I.
What's the difference between that and a will?
Well,
Well,
will was
will
it? Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, Ray.
Well, will is part of a living trust, but the living trust you can designate all kinds of other things in terms of what you want with your assets.
Power of
that you
attorney
can't
for
put-
medical, power of attorney
For mom, Dad,
for finances. You can designate different people to do that.
Well,
Which
Shecky
kids
had a
you give the
living
money to?
trust, but he
Okay.
barely had it for 2 months, so it didn't live very long.
Power of attorney for dentistry. You could put Tony in that position.
You know, Ray, you want to hear something funny? Phil actually had a funny joke one time, Ray and Alex. He goes, you know, sometimes I thought you were Jewish. I says, well, because, you know, I said, what makes you say? He says, I knew you weren't Jewish. I said, well, how did you know? He says, because I looked at your teeth and they were all fucked up. That was actually funny, I thought. I said, you know, that is funny. I said,
That's
True.
Oh, well,
I'm still mad at him though, Alex.
if
Comes
you had
3,000 miles
said
in,
something
you know.
about that he's missing a tooth back here, he'd hang up on you. He'd have a cow over that. So
But you're still pissed at Phil?
I am, Alex, because you know what? I would have just wanted to say hello. I would
He
have given
doesn't
a couple
even
of
talk
rackets
to
a hat
me
for him.
any longer, and I'm not pissed at him.
I
know.
In fact, I'm grateful. What? Why is he pissed at you? Why are you
Who, me?
pissed at him?
Well, I just wanted to go say hello for an hour when he was here over the weekend. Maybe buy him a cup of coffee, say hello. I had a couple of rackets from I would have gave him. I would have said hello to him and his girlfriend. I would have went home. My brother, we would even said I would have drove him to the airport on the way out if you wanted
Well, he
to.
came and saw me.
Yeah, that was nice, I thought. 'Cause we
That
haven't
was
seen
it.
you in a while.
That's Tony's point. He didn't see you. He saw you, but he didn't.
I didn't see
I haven't
that.
seen him.
Take the
I
time to
haven't
see Tony.
seen Phil physically in my
Yeah, you see-
presence in what 30 years?
He was saying a long time,
Same
right?
here. I haven't seen you physically in 30 years. You don't remember me, but I haven't seen you in 30 years.
When was that? When did I see you?
Well, one of the breakfasts with Bennett's or your high school.
It was longer. It was longer than that.
Really? Oh yeah, because maybe 80s. Oh my gosh, 2024.
It has to be more than 30 years.
It's like
35 years.
40 years. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I get to see him once in a while.
Yeah, he
But
gets to see
lately,
me once in a while.
It's been a problem.
And so
Yeah,
did
too
Tony.
many-
Tony, I've only seen Tony once.
Yeah, more than once.
enough?
And I went to your show in the city, Alex. Remember when you had it at the studio?
What? Oh,
I was at the
did you
studio
come
when
to
you
the
were doing it,
studio?
Yeah, you told me to come down, and I did. I found it.
Oh yeah, and that's where Albert
night sh-
invited you to my party.
Yeah, you know who wanted me to go to? It was Shecky. He kept telling me, go, go, go. So I said, all right. I wasn't going to actually go because I didn't know anybody.
Well, I only went because the two of them were bugging me about it. I only let you come because they were bugging me about it.
It's all right. It's no hard feelings.
They said just let him go to this party one time. You'll never see
No,
him
but
again.
I didn't know you at all. Okay.
No, exactly. We never met, really.
Yeah. So.
Lucky you, Alex.
And then I lifted the silver, like Phil said, I lifted the silverware. Yeah. I'm joking.
Well, there is some gone.
Phil probably.
My mother says, bring cookies to him. She said, you got to bring something good. I said, all right, Mom. What do I bring?
We
She said, "Well,
had
cookies."
all kinds of food and champagne, and
Yeah, you had a nice. But I couldn't go.
It was
empty-handed.
it was
I had to bring
actually our combination wedding celebration and what was it? Housewarming.
And you wanted Tony to be there?
But you know what's funny,
No,
Alex?
it
I don't
wasn't
know if you
me.
remember.
It wasn't me.
No.
It was Albert and it was Shecky.
Oh,
Yeah, Chef.
And they
You know
wanted
what's
him
funny,
here.
Alex?
They
I remember
want-
when you invited me in, and guys, he was walking me down. You have a beautiful place, and you go, I remember you saying this. He goes, and this is the guest room, and I said, oh, I can stay here. I think Marjorie might have got scared. He's leaving it.
both Shecky.
Alex, I'm up.
you
Let's
see,
go. Let's watch a movie. Get him out of here.
But you violated the rules. Both Shecky and Albert said you could come if you wore footy pajamas.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, that was funny.
And you didn't come wearing footy
He said,
pajamas.
he's actually normal. Remember, it's a little zany.
Yeah.
You know, I miss him so much. I was thinking about him the other day, and my mother. I was like, oh man, because I wanted to send him an email. I was watching the Batman Penguin, and I said, let me see if he knows this character. Well, he's not here. I said, I was a little bummed for a second.
Mm-hmm.
You should think of certain things like you would have knew the
Email
character.
Phil?
No, Shecky. I was saying.
Oh, Shecky. I was gonna say nobody gets
So-
called when you can't email Phil.
Phil doesn't call in once a week anymore.
No,
Ah.
no.
Ah.
Nah.
He's on play.
Yeah,
Off the system.
huh?
He's off the system.
He's off,
It's off the
system.
grid.
Yeah, he's off the grid.
Grid.
Yeah, he hasn't called in a while. I'm trying to keep the audio. For some reason, the audio on the guest tonight is louder than it should be. So.
I'm getting nervous, guys, about this election. I don't know.
Why are you getting nervous about it?
I think he's gonna win. I don't know why.
I don't think so.
I
Did
hope
you
you're
vote?
right. I pray to God.
I think she's gonna. I think there's a lot of. I think there are a lot of Republicans who say they're going to vote for Trump and they're not gonna.
Well, I hope you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
When they face that ballot.
When they
I don't
what?
I mean, when they're looking at that choice. I mean, he's been really doing some shitty things lately.
Yeah.
all the Hitler stuff and all that.
Yeah, did he say that, Ray? What he said he wishes he had men around him like Hitler. I mean, you said
Yeah. I mean, I've heard him say that before in private, and then now it was confirmed again by Kelly, the general.
So on
yeah,
CNN,
Well, his latest statement about this veteran that died, that he was promised to pay the funeral costs for it, and he refused to pay it because he said that it was too much money for a effing Mexican.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it was too much to pay
Yeah,
for
he
an
said
effing
that.
for a fucking Mexican. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
and
No,
the
come on,
Hispanics.
Charlie, we're all adults here. You can say the F word.
And you know something? In spite of it all, he never loses. He didn't lose any of the Latino vote.
I don't
Yeah, what the hell's with that?
I
Maybe
do
it's-
not
Well, you know
understand
what?
what
You
he's
know what
talking.
they are. Everybody on his side is in a sense of denial. You know, it's a mass amnesia, and they just want to believe that he didn't say that, or they're just saying he said that. No, they're not just saying he said that.
He's only joking.
Or
Huh?
it's AI. Yeah. Or CGI or AI. Or I've heard
So in the
that too.
news today, business news, I actually captured it for somebody else. 23 Nobel Prize winning economists slam Trump agenda and endorse Harris today.
Oh, well,
That's
those same
because Trump
20,
is
those
such
are
a
the same
great
23 that have been putting him down over the.
Well, it
months.
doesn't say the names of them. I don't have the whole article.
Yeah.
I just captured the screenshot and sent it to my friend.
Yeah. So, anyway, I mean, here's why I don't think he's going to win. I think that number one, the polls are not capturing the actual problem that he creates, and the actual voting that is going to go on. They can't capture those people who, to a person who calls them and somebody's in the room listening, says, "Who are you going to vote for?" And you go, "Okay, I'm voting for Trump," because you got all these Trump people in the room with him.
Yeah.
When they get into that, the voting booth is the most private place in America. If there was anything more private, I'd masturbate there.
A confessional.
Yeah. So,
You masturbate in a confessional?
I hope you're right.
Priest probably.
It'd be such a dark day in I think in this history.
You don't need to
January 6th for
masturbate
him
in the confessional. The priest will take care of you.
no, but I agree
Yeah.
with Ray. I think there's a great difference between what people say and what people do.
I hope.
And I have no idea why anybody in any one of different groups, for instance, let's take the Latinos for a moment. Supposedly, male Latinos do not like Kamala. Why? Well, she's a woman, and she's black. Okay? All right. But they don't like her. But the choice you've got is a guy who just referred to your people as those fucking Mexicans.
Yeah.
Now, do you vote for somebody like that? Now, maybe you don't want to, so don't vote for that person. Just go to the polls, vote for your senators, vote for your congressman, and go home and don't vote for president. You can do that.
Yep.
Or,
And Vance,
huh?
I was going to say, and Vance said something about to the Las Vegas homeowners. They're saying something about Mexicans were taking their homes now too. It's like so stupid.
They're spreading all kinds of fake rumors about stuff. I mean, they were spreading fake rumors about FEMA, and so people went out and started shooting at FEMA people. Imagine that. People are only trying to help people getting shot at. What's this all about? So, my feeling is that if he gets reelected, it's exactly what this country deserves. I mean, you and I don't deserve it, but this country deserves it. And, who was it? Jefferson said something to the extent of, we're a republic as long as you fight for it. And we're a democracy as long as you fight for it. And so I don't understand these people. You know who I don't understand? Well, I haven't made up my mind yet.
Yeah. Right.
What?
Oh,
I don't
What?
believe that.
Yeah.
When they say that, I don't believe it.
I'm not going to tell you what I'm doing.
Exactly.
That's right. That's right, Jeff.
Yeah, but I mean, I haven't made up my mind yet. Well,
That's
okay, you're a moron.
Right.
You're an absolute
Yeah.
moron.
What else do you need?
Yeah,
That's right. That's a good point. What else do you need?
and anybody who
he's
could,
smart, he's
all I'm saying is that you could be a right-wing conservative and still find this person personally repugnant to you.
Yep.
This is not the kind of human being you want to have be your president. And it's sad. It's really sad that we're even sitting here saying, "I wonder who's going to win."
Yeah.
You know?
And all the indictments and the convictions and the
Yeah.
and being a civilly convicted sexual
Forget
molester.
about that. Saying that Hitler did some
January
good.
6th.
That Hitler did some good things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
I'd
or it
like you
doesn't
to
cost
name
six-
one. I'd like you to name one. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Excuse me. He did. He killed the Jews. All right. Okay. He did one good thing.
Yeah, that was the one good thing
Thanks.
to them. Yeah.
It doesn't cost 60,000 to bury a effing Mexican. Fucking
Yeah.
Mexican. What the
That's what he
hell,
said.
man?
And by the way, the guy was a hero of war.
He was the war hero.
War hero. Yeah.
he
Well,
was-
it's like John McCain too. I don't like. He got caught. He's a loser. I don't like losers.
That's how I can't believe he's gonna win Arizona after the way he treated and spoke about John
None
McCain.
of this is looking good for him in any of these states. Okay, I mean, you're worried about it because you see that Kamala is about even with him in these states. But the fact is, if you were a Trump person, you'd probably be worried because she was, equal with him in these states. I think he's going to take Pennsylvania. She's going to take Pennsylvania. I think she's going to take Arizona.
And North Carolina.
Yeah. I think she's
I
going
think
to
she'll
take.
take North Carolina.
I think she may.
He's done if she gets those.
Huh?
I think he's done if she gets those 3 states.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you should get Texas and Wyoming too.
I don't know if she'll get Texas, but if he'll get Texas, or she
He
will
may
get
not
Texas.
but I think Cruz is going down.
You do think so?
That's a good thing.
Yeah. All red is looking more and more like he's gonna win.
My
that race.
money is going to is being spent wisely.
What do you mean your money's being spent
I
wisely?
gave money to
Colin
Allred.
Allred.
Allred? Yeah.
Yep, the guy that's going against Cruz, and somebody, one of our Republican friends that doesn't come on the show anymore, said, "What did you waste your money on that guy? They're in Texas." I said, "Yeah, but he's a U.S. senator, not a Texas senator." Oh, of course he likes.
Well, what?
He likes Cruz.
He likes Cruz. Why?
That I never asked because I don't really care.
Good travel planner.
Well, I guess he can now agree with Trump that he likes Hitler. That
Right.
Hitler did some good things. So
Yeah. If Hitler did do any quote unquote good things, it was all to further his
Yeah.
horrible goal
His
of
agenda. Yep.
killing.
well, he said he hired
Anybody who
great.
wasn't
He
Aryan.
hired great generals. What?
Yeah, that's what Trump said. Yeah.
You know how many times they tried to assassinate him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, part of the problem is that Trump has absolutely no grasp of history.
No, he doesn't know history.
He has no history at all. Yeah.
He doesn't know the Bible. He doesn't know history. He doesn't know anything.
He doesn't know the Constitution.
He
in
doesn't
this
know the
country.
Constitution.
Yep. Yep.
Joke.
You're right.
No, there's no place being president of the United States. Is
Well,
And he's nutcase.
I mean, all I'm saying is he gets elected president. I'm going to be in Europe. I don't have to come back. You guys are all on your own.
I can go to France anytime I want.
Really?
Well, my whole family has. Well, maybe I can't, but they can. They all have European passports.
Well, my friend Albert Reynoso just went down to up his his Swiss passport. He has Swiss. He's Swiss. He's part Swiss.
That's good.
Yeah. So I mean,
think I
so
could go to Israel.
huh?
I
Oh yeah,
think I'd
let's go.
to Israel.
Well, that was our
that's
second
okay.
choice for a vacation. Our first was Ukraine. So it was either Ukraine or that. Something we talk about Trump. Let's talk some doo doo here about Netanyahu. Okay?
Oh, jeez.
Oh God.
What a terrible human being.
Trump with a high IQ.
I don't know how high that is, but he
He's a pretty
wants
smart dude, apparently.
he's doing what he's doing primarily because he wants to keep from getting thrown in prison himself.
Yeah.
The only reason that Trump is hoping to win this is he knows if he doesn't, it's off to jail with him.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Because on the 22nd of November, guess what comes up beside, of course, the day that Kennedy was shot? Trump gets sentenced.
Yeah, and he'll get sentenced to a slap on the wrist.
I don't think so. I think this guy's going to give him whatever the maximum is for that.
Yeah.
But if he becomes president, he'll pardon himself or have the.
He can't
Attorney
pardon
General
himself.
drop it.
He can't
He'll
pardon
have the
himself.
Attorney General- he'll have the
He
Attorney General
cannot
drop
pardon
it.
himself. He cannot pardon himself from this because it's a local matter. It's not a federal matter. He
Are you
can
talking about
only
which one,
pardon
the New
himself.
York or the-
He can't pardon anybody if it isn't a federal charge.
Right.
Okay. So
Are you talking which trial are you talking about?
it's I believe it's the one. Which one was it? There are
all mixed up.
two of them here. One of them was the one where he wound up having to owe how many millions of dollars, and then there was
That
the
was the
other
civil
one.
one.
Yeah. Then there was the other one.
Oh, where he's paying
Yeah,
off Stormy Daniels.
He's paying off Stormy Daniels, and he's not paying enough money, and for all that other stuff. Yeah.
That's the one where he had 39 counts, 39 felonies.
39
Those
felonies,
were-
yeah.
those were
That's the
business-
one he's being sentenced on.
Yeah.
But he can't, if he becomes president, he cannot pardon himself. No way he can pardon himself. These are
So he
all,
might be president in jail.
he could easily be
kinda
president
cool.
in jail. Yeah.
That would be something, boy, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
it would be.
They're going to find, they're going to build him an oval cell.
That's right. No, we'll sell. Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
He'd love it. He'd love it.
The trouble is that they have stainless steel toilets in prison, not solid gold like he prefers.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Do they have depends in prison? I hope.
I don't know.
well, also they better have lots of deodorizer because he farts like crazy.
Did you hear him last week when he farted in the middle of
Yeah,
his speech?
he farted
That
in the
was
middle of
great.
his speech. Yeah.
That was so great.
Anybody see Obama speak yesterday?
Yes.
Wasn't he spectacular?
Yes. Yes.
The guy still got it.
God, he was good.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, but he's really good. I sat there listening to him going, can we get him back as president?
Oh, I know. I know.
At least if you think about it, back when he was president, there was no drama.
Obama for dictator.
Yeah. I mean, Trump was serving French fries. Remember, he was doing that photo op at McDonald's.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh, that hurt McDonald's. McDonald's is doing all kinds of damage control now.
Well, they shouldn't do damage control because the only reason they did this thing was they were paid to do it.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
They were paid to do it. They were given money to that restaurant to take over the place for a day.
Yep. A couple hours.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
It was all a photo op.
Yeah, well, I mean, I have no intent. Oh, and by the way, the Justice Department has warned Elon Musk.
Yes.
Yeah.
They've warned him that what he's doing may violate federal law and that he could be found guilty of that if he,
A lot of people are wondering why Musk is backing Trump. It's real simple, because if Trump becomes president, the government is going after Musk on several big things, something with Tesla, something with SpaceX, and those government cases will go away if Trump becomes president, and that's why he's backing him.
Well, I think he's also
Real simple.
he's also backing him because of the kind of business that Trump can send his way to Tesla and Starlink, and but the thing is, this government doesn't want to stop doing business with Elon Musk, because they do like what SpaceX is doing. They do like the Starlink system. They think it's very important now, so they have no intention of dumping him. But I'll tell you one thing. How many here now would buy a Tesla?
No way.
No,
not in the Bay Area. We have power outages.
Look, and there he is. No, I mean, I just, I think the Tesla is a great car. I like the idea of the car. I like it self-driving and all that,
Wonderful.
And a few years ago, that would have been the car I would have looked at, just because, hey, especially if it was a second car, okay? But what's happened is that I think he's lost himself a lot of business. I mean, at least 50% in this country now will not buy a Tesla. So what does he think he's doing? Is he trying to bankrupt himself? And I hope he doesn't, because I think, SpaceX is terrific. But then again, it's not that he's this great scientist, He's not the Edison of our time. But he does have concepts, and then he finds the people to pull off those concepts. And so far as SpaceX is concerned, that's a concept he came up with, but he went out and got smart people to do it. So, I mean, the fact that he pulled that off, fine, but don't credit him with, with SpaceX being a wonderful thing. And I don't want to see him screw up his name that much that SpaceX gets hurt by it. So there. Because I like SpaceX. I think they're just... when I saw them catch those two, secondary modules in what they call the chopsticks, it was just... was that not the most amazing thing you've ever seen, Charlie?
Yeah.
Pretty good.
I mean, that's the thing.
Trump was impressed too.
Everybody was impressed. That's the only thing he's done in the last month or so that anybody says, "Hey, look what Elon Musk did," but he didn't do it. All those people who work for him did it. And
That car that looks like terrible.
oh, the Jeep, the truck. Oh yeah,
Truck, yeah.
yeah.
There's a bunch of them. I live real close
See
to a
them all
Tesla
over the
dealer.
place here in the Bay Area.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them in my
Bay Area,
neighborhood.
everywhere. Yeah.
Bay Area is very big on Teslas.
Oh, it's crazy. Especially
Yeah.
Silicon Valley.
You find very few of them here in New York City.
Silicon Valley everywhere.
Yeah,
the
you
Tesla
see,
plant is 2 miles from where I live, south of here.
yeah. When I commute, I see the nonstop, just big trucks, semis with eight or whatever of them on.
Yeah.
And when you drive here, you see like Tesla, and you see like white Tesla, white Tesla, white Tesla. Oh, red Tesla. Oh, there's another car. Oh, there's a red Tesla, a blue Tesla, white Tesla, white Tesla, white
There's a
Tesla.
lot of Teslas in Austin too.
I'd
Yeah.
say on my street, about 50% of the houses have a Tesla in the driveway.
But
I
here
haven't-
in
I live in
New
a
York
cul-de-sac
City,
with 10
here
homes.
here in New York City,
People
that's
have-
not the case. Okay, so
They're probably-
but anyway, I'm going to put the theme on here. You hear that, guys? Can you hear that? Yeah, good. Hey, listen, well, we only got less than 2 weeks before this whole nightmare is over with, or the nightmare begins.
That's right. Let's all
but-
do the Trump.
Yeah, let's start dancing.
There we go. Okay.
off two people at one time. Boy, he's talented.
Yeah. Anyway,
like
everybody,
Ray
thank
jumping
you
in
so
the
much, Jeff, and thanks, Charlie, and thanks to Ray, and thanks to Alan, and thanks to Brian, and thanks to, of course, to Tony. Everybody, give a big wave goodbye, and I'll give a big wave goodbye at you. Okay, there they go, ladies and gentlemen. That's our citizen panel for tonight. There'll be another one starting up right here, right now, with Amy Emanuel and the Intersection, and you can call her on Skype at Gabnet Live. Okay, see it again tomorrow, the same time. I can't talk. Same time, same station in life. In the meantime, as always, if you see her, tell her I love her. Okay, bye everybody.